Okay, let's get back to some Dollar Tree and let me show you some fun crafty stuff. I grabbed a roller cutter. It's not something I would use that often, but I have been using a little bit more of the Dollar Tree fabric, and so I thought I would go ahead and pick one up and just see if it's a little bit easier when I've kind of stuck the fabric down to whatever I'm using to go ahead and roll around the edges of it and cut it out. So that's what I grabbed. If it works and I really like it, this is the kind of thing that I would probably go and buy like an actual good one. But a lot of times the Dollar Tree stuff is surprisingly good for the price that you pay, and if it's something you don't use all that often, it might actually just be worth it to grab one of these. A while back, probably in March or April, somewhere around there, I found these fun little acrylic spray bottles. So it's tempera paint in these little spray bottles. It's definitely watered down. I don't know if you can see it kind of jiggling in the pink there. So it should come through the nozzles pretty well, and there's 4 of them. So there's purple and blue, and then this one has 2 different colors of pink, and then there is kind of a mint and a lime, and a yellow and an orange. Those are the only colors I found, but I thought that's really cool. Again, this is a situation where I definitely in my scrapbooking would use the companies that I buy that manufacture really high quality sprays, but I have kids, and so sometimes these are the kind of thing that I would give them so that they can craft along beside me and kind of play with it. And I thought that the colors were just really pretty. And yeah, I'm kind of excited to pull them open and actually use them and see how they work. And then I also get the bottles. If they really don't work well, I will definitely use these bottles. A couple more of the Shore Living items that I found are these really big wood veneer ornaments, or what do they call them? They just call them coastal icons. But I got the sea turtle and I got the starfish. They've got the hole in them, and then of course the twine. These work really good to add into garlands or to make little ornaments, name tags, that kind of stuff. So I just grabbed the 2 I thought that I would use. I didn't want to pass them up because they may not come back out, and I think they're kind of cute. I love the little turtle actually. I grabbed this little sticky note pad. This is gonna go in my car. I have ADHD, I know I say that all the time, but as somebody with ADHD, oftentimes I'll just be driving and have like a random thought or a really good idea, and because I'm driving, I never am able to like write it down or figure out how I can write it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually hang this from my console, and so I can quickly jot something down. I can pull over into a parking lot and write down my thoughts. Sometimes I just need to get them out of my head or I will forget them. So that's why I grabbed this, that I can keep out and have it handy and be able to write stuff down when I'm in the car. I've been finding a lot of recollection stuff at my store lately. Again, I think I've mentioned this before. I think that Michael's, when they have just a whole bunch of stuff that hasn't been selling, they've been keeping it in the stores for quite a long time, they just sell it to places like Dollar Tree, and so that's great. It's kind of name brand. It's like off-brand, name brand, I guess you could say. And so, yeah, I've been finding lots of different things. So I grabbed these 2 things. They are markers, it says. So I'm hoping they're markers and not that like kind of crayon-y, chalky chalkboard marker. But I got the pack in white. And then this is a pack of 1 white and 1 black. I'm not really sure when you would use a black chalkboard marker on a black chalkboard, but maybe if you had a green chalkboard or a different color, or if you're doing like chalkboard arts, you have different colors of chalk paint. But yeah, I thought might as well give those a try. I found these cute little things. These have been hauled by every DIYer all summer long. I've been holding on to them for quite a long time to do this haul for you. But they are let's see if I can tell you. They're like ceramic or something similar. You can definitely break them, but you get 3 little sand dollars or 3 little starfish. They're really cute for decor if you have, say, like a beach house or something like that. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with them, but I definitely wanted to pick them up because I just think they're really pretty. I found these, let me go way back here, at my store in the spring. I thought these were really fun. Again, a lot of DIYers have been finding them. Basically, let's fix this. So you can move these around to kind of adjust them how you want to. And you get the little clips, and so essentially you can hang this on the wall and kind of clip pictures to it, or quotes or sayings, whatever it is you might want to do. Kind of like their version of something with macrame and also incorporating the photos. So I grabbed 3 of them. I thought that they were kind of fun. A lot of DIYers that I saw picking these up actually hung extra rope and different things to it to kind of fill this up, and just used it as wall decor, so just hanging. But I kind of like the photo idea. I think it might be fun in the baby's room to kind of add some fun pictures and little things. So I think that's where they're going, but we'll see. I grabbed a bunch of plain wood. So I loved the little coffee cup. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but it does remind me that I need to take a sip of my coffee. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I just kind of liked it, and it'll get DIY'd eventually. I grabbed a whole bunch of gnomes. So I have this cute little gnome with the stars on his hat, and this cute little gnome with the skates. I kind of thought this was a little bit Christmassy, wintry, and it came out in the summer, but they're very cute, so I grabbed them. I think I actually have 2 of the guy with skates. There we go. And I have seen some DIYers kind of covering over the skates and just giving him regular shoes, so you could definitely do that. And then I grabbed the big guy with the stars. So I figured the 2 with skates, and then a little and a big guy with stars. This could be Christmassy, this could be Halloween, this could be anything you want. He could be kind of like wizardy for back to school, birthday parties. I don't know, I just thought he was cute. I like gnomes. You could definitely pull this star off and then cover the hat with paper and not have stars at all. You could flip it over and kind of start from scratch. I have a few ideas for what I might want to do with this guy, probably for Halloween, so stay tuned for that. It'll probably be on TikTok. I tend to do all of my DIYs on TikTok, but if you guys would like to see more on this channel, let me know, because I can definitely do that too. I grabbed one of these little ceramic circles, and I thought this might be cute to maybe put Landon's handprint on for Christmas. I thought this might be just the right size, and I've never really picked up any of the ceramic stuff, and they actually have quite a bit of it out, so I wanted to pick up at least 1 piece, so I'm gonna see if that will work. I also picked up these tags. Now these came in a set of 2, and you could get them as blackboard or you could get them as whiteboard, and so I decided to go with the whiteboard ones. Again, I thought this would work really good in the trailer. You know, you could kind of stick them together, arrange them together so that you have a bigger surface and write some notes and stuff on it. Because I just had this feeling we were supposed to camp all summer long, and so with me being the solo parent for the summer, my husband had to stay home and work, and I thought if the kids were gonna run off and go, you know, play with their cousins or anything like that, I would be able to write little notes or like remind myself, you know, the boys are here, be back at this time. I was thinking of like organization and note-taking in that sense. But I also thought, you know, Christmas, even Valentine's Day, you could write little notes on these and leave them on your kids' doors. They're just really versatile. You don't have to use them as a whiteboard. You could flip them over, use them this way, or just, you know, cover this up. I think alcohol markers would work really good on here if you wanted to do some sort of like permanent color in the background. So I just grabbed the one, and I'm kind of glad I have, because I haven't seen them back in my store. I think chalkboard ones are still there, but I haven't seen these ones. I grabbed a few of these little blocks, lots of DIYs to be done with these, because you have all of this fun surface where you can write words, you know, you can do stuff so that on one side it's Thanksgiving, and then on the next side it's Christmas, and then you flip it over and it's Halloween, whatever you want to do. Valentine's Day. So I grabbed 2 packs of these. I think I might grab a couple more, and then I can write, you know, Merry Christmas, and then flip that over, write something else, and at least do 4 different occasions. You can technically get 6 different words or occasions on here, so I think I'm gonna grab a couple more packs. And the last thing in this basket is one of these boards. This is metal. So it is magnetic. It's not super, super strong, but going back to all of that thinking about organizing and stuff, I thought I could also add this to our little, I sort of was creating a command center in the trailer, and so I thought this would come in handy in the command center. I think I'm gonna paint this white because everything is a little bit more on the beachy side, lakey, is that a word? Lakey side of things. So I might paint this white, but I just thought this was another thing that would work really good in that command center to leave notes for each other, hang up some of the little crafts and projects and stuff that the kids are doing while we're away and camping. So I grabbed one. I kind of wish I had grabbed more of these. I think these would also be something really fun to work on some sort of project for the grandparents for Christmas. So we'll see. Okay, that's another basket, totally done. Let's do fall and Halloween, and there's even some Christmas stuff in here. Everything else is from that big pile in the picture that I showed, probably in the very first video. If this is not part of the first video, this might be part 2 or 3. So go back and check that and you'll see the giant pile of stuff that I am working with. But it's all basically fall and Thanksgiving stuff. So I'm gonna motor through this pretty quickly. A lot of it is stuff you've already seen. Again, a lot of this is stuff I started picking up in July and just kind of holding on to until I could do a big haul. So these 2 trucks, they stand up, so they've got some dimension to them. This one has the rails, and this one doesn't. And it's not meant to, like it's finished on top here. So I grabbed both of them. I thought those were both really cute. I could see this one being more like Valentine's and Thanksgiving and putting pumpkins in, and this one might actually work with a Christmas tree a little bit better. So I'm excited to kind of DIY both of these. Oh, and you can see the fronts of them are different. So I super appreciate that Dollar Tree is kind of putting out some different looks so you can get different looks and we're not all just using the exact same stuff and kind of getting the exact same outcome. Now we have options, which clearly they are definitely watching all of the DIYers and listening to what they're saying. I grabbed this little pumpkin, oh no, let's flip them over. This little pumpkin box. So again, it's dimensional, it stands up. It's just this cute little pumpkin. You could do Thanksgiving on one side, flip it over, do like a jack-o'-lantern on the other side. That's what I plan on doing. And then I thought I would just put some flowers or something up in here. So it's just a cute little kind of centerpiece or something I can tuck onto my shelf. I only grabbed this, but there's always tons of them. Pumpkins are my thing. I feel like I can load up on pumpkins. They're never gonna go out of style, and so fall and Halloween and kind of right into Christmas almost always has a ton of pumpkins. I found this cute little pillow. There were a bunch of new ones out this year. I didn't buy them all. I think I bought 2. So this little one is the pumpkin spice one. I think I'm gonna hang it over by my little, it's kind of a coffee bar, but it's actually functional. Like it gets used, so it doesn't really get decorated, but I think this can hang nicely from one of the little hooks that I have on it, and it's sort of decorated. I grabbed one of these skeletons. I have a few of them from last year, and I don't know if you guys remember in my haul last year, but I said I wish that I had grabbed a 3rd one. I like to have everything in 3s. I'm not sure why. Even numbers don't work in my head. I need odd numbers. So I grabbed a 3rd one, and now I can kind of hang this somewhere and I'll have the 3 of them. I grabbed a few of these little pumpkin flower arrangements, I guess you could call them. So they're a styrofoam pumpkin, and then you've got different flowers in them. So there were a few different styles of pumpkin. This one's sort of more of a gourd. I guess. And then this has a little gourd kind of hanging out of it. This one too. I think I want to fix those. I don't really like how they stick out, but I think I want to maybe add a few extra little flowers into them and fix this little part and then, you know, kind of jazz them up a little bit. But I thought these were really cute. So I have these two and these two. So you can see on these two, there's sort of more of the berries and then this little thing. And then again, the two different colors of pumpkin. So I'll fix them up a little bit, make them a little bit more full. And yeah, I love pumpkins. Speaking of pumpkins, I grabbed more of these. I think I probably have at least like 10 packs of these, but they work so good for garlands and wreaths and little places where you just want to tuck a little something. And so I love the jack-o'-lanterns at Halloween, obviously. I can't find the solid pumpkins. I haven't been able to for a while. I've only been able to find the Halloween jack-o'-lanterns. Everything that's Halloween has a purple tag on it. So when you're looking at stuff and you're buying stuff, if it's got a purple tag on it, that's seasonal. That means it's only going to come out for that time of year, but it doesn't mean it won't come back next year. It just means that when it's out and it's there, if you want to use it, grab it, because as soon as they're gone, you won't see them until the season comes back again. Everything that is Thanksgiving or fall either has a tag like this that says decor on it, or let me see if I can find something. When I get to something Thanksgiving, I'll let you know. I think it's yellow this year or orange. I think it could be orange, so I'll let you know. But again, that tells you if it's there all year round or if it is just there for Thanksgiving and then it kind of, or fall, and then it kind of goes away. And it could come back the next year, but it might not. I love this little coffin skeleton container. These were also at Dollarama, but they were, I think, $2 or $2.50, something like that. So for $1.50, I thought that was really good. They have this more sort of dark iridescence to them or a clear iridescence. So they have both options. I like this one. I'm not going to put anything in it. I'm just going to tuck it probably into some of my decor on my mantle or on my bookshelves and just kind of let it stand like this. I just think it looks really cool. You could put a tea light in it or some fairy lights in it and let it light up, and I think that would look really cool too. I found this cute little guy. I have a fox, and so I always pick up little fox icons. If there had been a bear, I probably would have picked that up too, but definitely got the fox, and he's super cute. I grabbed two of these beautiful jars. They are so gorgeous. Even at $1.50, I still think that's a steal. These are really, really beautiful. If you have a lot of kind of glass jars in your kitchen and you love to put things in jars and kind of have them out on display, there are clear ones and then the orange ones. I think they are stunning. I love that they kind of look like pumpkins. That's totally what this is giving me in orange, and definitely those fall vibes. And what I plan on doing with one of them is I am making a tiered tray. So here is the plate. Let me flip it so you can see. There you go. Now I love the orange and the teal together, or the orange and that kind of blue. I love it. I really, really do. So I thought that this would make a beautiful tiered tray that I can put some Thanksgiving desserts on, or, you know, maybe put some other pumpkins and stuff on top of here. I'm excited to do that. If you want to see how I do it, let me know down below. But I thought those worked really good together. So that's what one of these is going to be. And then the other one, I'll probably just incorporate into my mantle place. I don't know if I'll even put flowers or anything in it. I might just leave it like this. I just think it's so beautiful. But you could put a little tea light in here or some fairy lights again in here, and that would also look stunning. All right, I found, here we go. So fall is orange for the Crafter Square stuff. So I found some scrapbooking kits. I know these have come out before. I definitely have seen these being hauled by other Dollar Tree haulers. I haven't seen them at my store, and so it's the same pack. It's these two pieces of paper. You can see here how nice and big all of those elements are. You can keep them as one piece of paper, or you know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fussy cut them. Let me show you the other piece too, because why not? I grabbed two though, because these are just really good. Oh, it's nice and thick paper actually. It's almost more like cardboard. So definitely cut out all these beautiful images. And then here's the other piece. I grabbed two because they are such classic Thanksgiving colors and icons and shapes that are really easy to cut out. If you had a scan and cut, obviously you could scan these in. I think they're probably solid enough and dark enough that they would scan in really nicely, and then you could cut them out. But you just grab a pair of fussy cutting scissors, you sit in front of the TV, pop on some cozy movie, or like, you know, a horror movie for Halloween, whatever it is, fussy cut this all out and you have a whole bunch of embellishments. Then cut out these two pieces as well, because why not? Some of it might be a little too small to fussy cut, but you could use these as embellishments too. So why not? I grabbed 2 packs of those. And I grabbed another calendar. I still have the calendars that I grabbed last year. I just never got around to using them because we ended up moving and I wasn't quite sure how to decorate in this new place. So I never actually used those calendars, but I thought this one was really great as well. I love the peaches here. It definitely is that farmhouse, farmer's market style that the other calendars that I picked up are. The only thing I have to say, and it's not a complaint, I totally understand, but I would love it if occasionally a company did a Canada Day or something a little bit more on the Canadian side for July. Just occasionally, just so we got something too, since obviously Dollar Tree is all over Canada now and we're buying all this stuff too. I'd love to see something a little bit Canadian, maybe, please, Dollar Tree, if you're listening. But I just love all of these images. I love, even like for summer here, the sunflowers, and then of course the Christmas one. These work really well in the 12 by 12 frames that you can get now at Dollar Tree, and literally you can just frame it and every month flip it over and you have the next image. You don't have to use the calendar pages. If you don't want to, you can just use the images. So there is that one. That's the only one I really liked this year. I don't feel like they matched what they brought out last year this year, but that's okay. I grabbed a couple of skulls. I have a basket, actually the basket I'm using right now. It sits on my fireplace right here. You guys have seen it before, that kind of wicker basket. For Halloween, I fill it up with all these different skulls. I have a few different ones I've kind of collected over the years, a bunch of the hard plastic skulls that came out last year from Dollar Tree, and I wanted to kind of build a topiary, but I started to just collect them in the basket and I actually really liked that. So I draped some black fabric over top of it and a little bit of purple, and I put some spiders on it, and then I just fill it up with skulls. So they came out with these styrofoam ones, so I grabbed, I think I have 3 of them. 2 or 3 of them. I'm not even going to do anything to them this year probably. I might just take some black and kind of smudge up some of the little creases and stuff, but I'm not going to Mod Podge them. I'm not going to add anything to them. I kind of just wanted these to be fillers. So they just boost up the other skulls that I have, and they still kind of have that skull feature to them. Instead of me filling up this basket with all kinds of random things and then covering that all up, I think this will just help. Every year I can just add a few more, and then I'll just have a giant basket of skulls, because who doesn't have that in their house? And the last thing in this bag is, look at how big this giant container of cream is. So they have put out those little tins of Dove before, and I've never gotten them because I thought for $1.25 or $1.50 now that it just wasn't worth it. I could probably get a Dove product bigger at Walmart, and probably it would be cheaper in the long run. And then they came out with these. Like, here's my hand, and here is how big that is. There's 250 milliliters in here, and it's the intensive cream. Oh, I was gonna show you, but it actually has the stuff. I can peel it off though. So it's that classic Dove cream. And I think I might go back and get some more and put this into everybody's baskets this year for Christmas or in their stockings, because it is so dry here and everybody in this house has dry skin. Everybody in this province has dry skin. And so I just think this is good for the grandmas, the grandpas, all the kids. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of them. I like that they're sealed. I didn't realize it was actually like firmly sealed like that. So that definitely solidified that I'm going back to get more. Okay, oh, I lied. There's 2 more things in this basket. I love that Dollar Tree brings these out for every season. I don't think they had them for fall last year or kind of that Thanksgiving feeling. And so I grabbed these because that's definitely what they are. So this one says Gather Together, and it has the cornucopia. It has that blue, you can kind of see is very trendy obviously right now. And I just love it. No, you can't see because it's not focusing. And then this one says Be Thankful. And again, it has that blue in the wreath. All the leaves are kind of blue and then the pumpkins are white. I think that's really sweet. I love adding these around into my decor. They work really good to give things height. So if you're doing pumpkins, you can kind of stack things on top of these and it just helps to build some height, and you still have that Thanksgiving or that fall feel. But of course you can put flowers and all kinds of stuff in them too. So I grabbed those 2. There is more around here somewhere. I know I found a 3rd one.
Bye. Thanks to me. What about the channel?